Those with cash finish last. Doesn't matter which currency you're in. We took a look at this, a life lesson in inflation and in hyperinflation years ago, and recently we revisited this situation in a discussion where we talked about hyperinflation potential. I want to take a look now at a recent situation that was in the news that is more relevant to us here in the United States. This is with modern currency. As a matter of fact, it's still legal tender. It's US dollars that could be used in transactions, could be invested, could be deposited. There was a home in Massachusetts where somebody stowed away $46,000 in cash. The money was put into a metal box. It was in bundles. It looks like possibly fresh from a bank. Somebody's savings, perhaps investment, something they cashed out, but it was put into this metal box and stored under some floorboards. I didn't really go into the entire details of the origins of the money. Sounds like it was legitimate, but this family kind of had an idea it was there. The individual hid it, looks like in an attic space. Turns out it was $46,000 hidden around, looks like 1958. So you're looking at years before America was even removed from the silver standard. It could have been invested in a lot of things, but it could have been especially converted into silver or gold if they planned on saving it for any length of time. Some of the bills were from the 1930s. They were from the post-gold ban era. You know, this is 1934, it looks like 35, and so on, 1950s. So gold wasn't a medium of exchange at that time for the people in the United States. However, the dollar was still under Bretton Woods. There was still some linkage to gold. However, silver was still part of the United States medium of exchange. It was still in coin, silver dollars, half dollars, dimes, quarters, and so on. So this $46,000, according to the article, would be the equivalent of around $421,000 today, $421,603. And I thought, that doesn't seem quite as accurate as I would think. Of course, they're basing this on CPI, government statistics, the metrics and measures that you and I tend to not really agree with as much. So I thought to myself, well, what is it? What is the equivalency of actual sound money? Had this individual taken this $46,000 in cash and said, you know what, mice or rats could eat it, maybe water could destroy or damage it, it could mold even. Perhaps a fire could destroy it. So he converted it to the silver dollars of the time, piece dollars, Morgans, even half dollars. He cleared out the bank vaults and he stored some silver coin. I did the math. And the valuation of silver dollars right now at spot, okay, this is spot, not premium, $20.13 times 46,000. That's how much cash the person hid away. Look at this. It's $925,980. Ladies and gentlemen, it's close to $1 million had they just converted it into silver. Had they just converted it into the sound money that those paper bills represented, they would have over almost $1 million in coin today, in spot. Now, I would imagine, had they done that, many of the coins, plus premium, would be, and if you included some of the numismatic values, it would be well over $1 million. But the numismatic part, that's absolutely not part of this discussion at all. We're just going for the silver sound money aspect of this and how to preserve your wealth over time. Dynastic wealth preservation over time. Just another way to prove the case, prove the point that silver and gold are the only way to do that. Look what happened. This individual trusted the state. They trusted the dollar. They put their faith in the United States dollar, and look what it got them. That $46,000 doesn't buy a fraction of what it could have bought back then. They could have bought, well, from what I know and from my family history, they could have bought over 5 or 6 houses with that. 7 houses, perhaps. It depends on what part of the country you're in. But that $46,000 could have bought multiple homes. Well, guess what? That $925,000 in silver today could buy multiple homes. That $46,000 in cash If you took that little metal strong box in cash, you can't even buy a new pickup truck today with it. Think of that for a moment. The currency's destroyed. The dollar's trash. You know it. This is just another perfect, shining example of it. This is the type of example that you share with family. You show to the people in your family who think that they can hold dollars and they sit on stacks of cash. They have bank accounts full of US dollars. It's a very dangerous predicament. And this is not too long ago. You could say this is recent memory. The family that would be, I guess, heirs to this money still exists. Perhaps the person who hid it, they might even still be around. They just might be a little bit senile or confused as to where they put it. I thought this was a very pertinent and important example to share with all of you out there in the community. It's a short video, I know, but just think of it for a second. $925,980 as opposed to $46,000 in trash cash. So always remember, those with cash, they finish last. Hold gold and silver. That's what you should be storing. That's what you should be hiding away underneath floorboards or putting in a strong box. Not paper bills, not fiat leopard currency. Come on now, get with the program. All right, thanks for tuning in to the Junius Maltby channel. And don't forget to go check out that old video, Life Lesson in Inflation, as well as the recent one where we talk about hyperinflation potential. There's a lot of those topics where we converse on these things, and I try to paint the picture for you and illustrate examples of why it is dangerous to do what this person did. Thank you all, and have a good rest of your day.